The Texans lost their previous game against the Jaguars.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. On play action, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Cunningham looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Jonathan Grenard.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 41.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got some space here.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, it's Cunningham. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. The score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Cunningham. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cunningham. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Now this throw caught left side.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Lawrence going to throw again. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go. Here we go.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was third and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9.
Here's Lawrence.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
Now Cunningham.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he is going to have the Jags first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Cunningham. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in upstate New York. Washington in town to take on Buffalo. And at halftime, it's the Bills who are out on top. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Cunningham looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On second down, ETN once more. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Cunningham's throw taken in there by Cooks.
On first down, it's Cunningham.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
A gain of 6 there on first. Cunningham to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
That is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now Cunningham.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Jay Tufele coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Back now in Jacksonville. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football, you've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A handoff for Etienne, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Etienne on the toss right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Etienne with it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Boswell's kick is good.
And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Houston's offense taking over again. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Cunningham. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's Cunningham. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Cunningham. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
46, boys, 46.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So now the Texans down by 16, 50 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. On 1st down, it's Cunningham. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knock them back on their heels and surprise the heck out of them.
So for Jacksonville, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Houston,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.
but they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.